contact, impact. I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino gang.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me. So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny Blanco.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chipapi man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Welcome to 2K TV, Ben Simmons. We're talking 2K20 today. What mode are you playing on?
I'm probably playing against one of my friends.
Okay.
So, player versus player.
Fans, get on your feet on the starting lineup for your New Orleans Pelicans! At the point guard position, at 6'6", number 2, Lonzo Ball. Starting at small forward, at 6'3", number 4, JJ Redick. Starting at center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 22, Derek Favors. The other forward, standing 6'8", number 14, Brandon Ingram. At guard 6'4" from UCLA, number 11, Jrue Holiday. Your home team head coach is Alan Gentry. Pelican fans, give it up for your New Orleans Pelicans!
And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. Hey, Dave.
Well, after all the turmoil in New Orleans last season, there's fresh air in the Big Easy. The Pelicans won the lottery and got number 1 overall pick Zion Williamson. Not only that, the Anthony Davis trade brought in a surrounding cast of young star talent. The Pelicans have gotten a great head start on their rebuild. Kevin?
They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. DeJuan Wright is out there with Lee, and it's Kleba in at the center filling out the middle. And for New Orleans, Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Favors in at the 5, roaming the paint.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they'd be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
And it's the Mavericks to start out. Pass to Lee. Over Holiday. No good from Lee. And when the new GM took over basketball operations, he said ownership's commitment was a big factor.
They have said all the right things. Sometimes teams in the South can struggle with attendance. The Pelicans have made it clear they want to win right here in New Orleans.
Right. Pelicans pull it in. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
Hard to keep the consistency going, which I guess is the very definition of consistency. Keep it going.
And that one is good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And Holiday kicks to Favors. Doncic comes with the double team. Back to Favors. From past the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
And Doncic, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from 3. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
So he gets them both.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And right, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Ball kicks to Favors. Pass to Holiday. Oh, that's blocked. Ball against Wright. Wasted no time on that one.
The assist, Courtney Lee.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Ball with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Mavericks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis, and it's Dallas with another.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now here's Wright, coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Favors looking over the floor. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Over Holiday, sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Holiday. 8 points for Brandon Ingram.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
And checking out the numbers for Ingram. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Goes back up. Kleba with the rebound.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Smitty is a player when it comes to preparing for a long season. Talk about the advantages of the new strength and conditioning programs we read so much about.
You know, for me, Kevin, when I first started out, it was all about just getting stronger, lifting weights. I think right now for these guys, they're doing a great job of adding that and also recovery. What do you do for recovery, being able to play the next game? I would love to see the technology that they have. Wish I could use it, Kevin, because all I did was run and get me a fish fillet, and I was ready to go.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Lee. Pelicans trail by 5. Now Ball. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
I mean, I love the determination with Ball. Always attacking. Does a great job of putting the defense on its heels.
Doncic, no good.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Yeah, I just love seeing it. Ball put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Count that one.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
To the paint, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Lee finds Porzingis, and the foul on Jrue Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Ingram with the steal. 13 feet away. Again, the Pelicans score.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
The Mavericks trailing. And Doncic, here we go. And the shot goes down. Doncic has got 6.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Ball kicks to Favors. The pass to Ingram. Free throw line jump shot. The shot that time not on target. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. The deep 3 from Porzingis. And Derek Favors pulls it down.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Now here's Lee. Takes a 3. Ball with the rebound. And stolen by Wright. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Doncic gets it to go. He's got 8.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now here's Favors. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas. The shot by Redick, no good. The Mavericks leading. And here's Porzingis for a three. Hits it from three-point range.
And just a solid way to start the game. 4 of 5.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Dishes it to Ingram. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Doncic. Pelicans pull it in. Here's Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
Mavericks leading by 4. And Doncic, here we go. Count that bucket.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price. One slice, not to roll the dice, Miss Wild. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I'm married to this game. That's who I made my wife. Said I alone, I told that she probably right. One thing that's for sure, not a stranger to this life. Got a safe that's full of Franklins and a shoulder full of. Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. Fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Myself, nah. Right, I like the life I built. West side 60, I might got. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala, more wheels. Up against the wall, that Fox Hills. Like a boss asked me.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Porzingis. Jackson comes in for Luka Doncic. Hardaway's checked in for Lee. And it's Jalen Brunson in for DeLon Wright. Now here's Williams. Melly passes to Okafor. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Hardaway. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Personal foul.
And really, for a good portion last season, Tim Hardaway acted as the main source of points for the Knicks. It ends up more of a volume scorer, a role that he's going to have to develop.
And for Hardaway, he was putting up points last season, but the percentages, Greg, were down across the board.
And I think what we found out about him is that he's probably not best suited to be your primary scorer. Very capable of getting buckets, but you don't want him putting up more than 15, 18 shots a game for you. Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jackson misses. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Mavericks. 7-point differential. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans. For Dallas, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And the first one drops. Even when plays, Steve, aren't being run for them, certain guys always get a lot of their points on tip-ins and putbacks. They're always right there. Who catches your eye in that category?
Andre Drummond, for sure, Kevin. He's phenomenal on the offensive glass. Rudy Gobert, Al Horford, he gets those timely tip-ins.
He does, you're right.
And then I look at another guy is Whiteside. When he's engaged, he can. Marvin Bagley is a newer name, and he's fantastic at that as well.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 16-point game against Dallas.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Count it. Here's Hart. Passes to Jackson. The three. Rebounded by Jackson. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Hardaway. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now an 11-point Dallas lead. Hart the pass to Melly. He kicks it to Jackson. Kleba with the rebound. Kleba's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Hardaway. Buries it down low. Hardaway has got 7 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Hart. Pass to Okafor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
The Pelicans have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Okafor. Both free throws good for Okafor. Mavericks leading by 11. Here's Kleba. The three-pointer is right on target. He has 5.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
1:49 left in the first quarter. They get it back. Here's Okafor. Goes up again. It's deflected. On the wing, Hardaway. Over Hart. And Dallas again with the bucket.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Hardaway has gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Hart, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Inside, here's Kleba to the inside. Excellent D there from Okafor.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Now here's Okafor. Down low. And then Okafor slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Hart. Kicks it to Okafor. Second shot opportunity. That one goes in. Okafor's got 8 points.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
Pelicans trail by 12. Here's Hart. Poke loose. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a three. Nailed from three-point land. Hart's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pelicans. Baseline J on the way. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
There's Jackson with the three. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. The Mavericks on top, up 11. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KT, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Hart. Jackson is out there with Okafor. And it's Melly in at the 4. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
Here's Finney Smith. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Assist from inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pelicans trail by 15. Here's Hart. He's got 7. Here's Okafor. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And 12 points for Jahlil Okafor. For Dallas, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And Hardaway gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Outside Jackson. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. It's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Hart. Pass to Melly. Jackson with it. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And let's quickly take a look at the stats for Brunson. How he did last season. Was in at about 9 points per, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Now here's Curry. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
And so here is New Orleans. The Mavericks making the shot. Jackson has the open look, drills the three-pointer.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the three.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Hart. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Curry. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Hart, that's good.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Jackson finds Hardaway. Back to Jackson. That one misses. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. To the middle. Here's Melly. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Sky high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
Here's Finney-Smith. And Okafor with the block. And he recovers it. But they'll get another chance. And Hardaway gets it to go.
And is it any wonder they're ahead in this game? His perfect night from the field has been the catalyst.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pelicans. They trail by 14. Pushing it up. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's got his second basket.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
Now here's Okafor. Mavericks has got 14. Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. But we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Mavericks leading by 14. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Holiday.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Here's Curry. Count it from 12. Curry's got 8 points.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And Holiday kicks to Okafor. Now here's Ingram. He's covered closely. Mavericks with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans.
Derek Favors.
Holiday against Curry. Ball. That 3 off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Porzingis, that's a 2. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Now here's Moore. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Kick out to Moore. 6 on the shot clock. And the Pelicans miss again.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That's good from Doncic on the assist by Curry. And that's 12 points for Luka Doncic.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Mavericks leading by 20. Shot from 12. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that's 6 straight for him on fast breaks.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
He ain't trying to go in. 5 years later, all that it's just a flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. Go on a run if it's. They tryna. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with a. He used to. Now he a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. I'm aware of the feelings inside. I'm feeling defeat. I'm feeling the streets. Feelings inside, I'm feeling defeat, I'm feeling the streets.
Please check in for Dallas.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Favors. He had a strong showing last season. 9th in shooting percentage and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 5th is Jrue Holiday.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Signed him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Now here is Holiday. And the pass to Ball. To halt the run. They get it back. And Favors kicks to Ball.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Finney-Smith. Again, the Mavericks score.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Favors. Now here's Ingram. He's coming off a 25-point game against Dallas.
His shot blocking dominated the game. His 3 blocks really had an effect on defense.
Now here's Porzingis. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot. And the basket is good. And it's 13 points for Porzingis.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Julian. He's checked in for ball.
Kenrich Williams.
And here's Holiday. 8 points his last outing. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Holiday's got his second bucket.
To score, Holiday does not need to get all the way to the rack. He uses a wide variety of floaters in the lane.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign, never an easy road to start him.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Offensive rebound. Here's Finney Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Dallas shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And the Pelicans making a change here. Redick is checked in. That one misses. And it's Williams with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Takes the three. Pelicans keep it alive. Favors can't get it to go. It's been all Mavericks. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Shots good by Lee.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Now here is Holiday. The shot by Redick, no good.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers. Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Here's Ingram. 12 points for him. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
And the speed of Ingram makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls, constantly keeping them guessing.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Gets the three-pointer to fall. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
I like the setup there by Holiday, a true combo guard. He understands that his playmaking is key to helping this offense run well.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for DeLon Wright, and Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And with all the uncertainty in New Orleans last season, Jrue Holiday staying focused on winning games.
You know, Kevin, with everything he's been through, whether it's his injuries, his wife dealing with her own health scare, it gives you perspective on things.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. Coming off a terrific season. Last year averaged 21 points per, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Now here's Favors. He's got 5. And a slam dunk by Favors.
In addition to his post moves and mid-range touch, Favors also takes it strong to the cup.
Here's Doncic. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go. Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Holiday, the pass to Ingram. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Brunson, again, the Mavericks score.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Outside Holiday. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, what have you liked so far from your team, and what have you not liked?
Well, I like the pace of the game. Defensively, I don't like anything that we're doing as far as dribble penetration. Too many things are happening in the lane. We got to protect the basket a little better.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 18 points and 4 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Lee out there with Wright. And it's Kleba in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Wright, following Lonzo Ball's 3.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Drops in the tray.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Here's Lee. It's good. Lee's got 6. Here's Ball. The feed to Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Mavericks leading by 23. And the foul on Jrue Holiday. That's his third foul of the game.
Jrue Holiday. That's his third personal foul.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the New Orleans Pelicans. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game. And don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And he can't get the first one.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
And the second free throw, good. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. Yeah, but they're 3 or 4 to start the second half.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. And the Mavericks call time here. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Gotta take this to a level up. Gotta stay focused, can't mess it up. Gotta move smart, cause I know that they testing us. I'm in my bag, no longer trimming the tags. Remember the days I wanted this bad. Now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. In the game and I did the dash. Just know that you're back, can't live in the past. I know that you're sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you mad.
And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
He was locked and loaded from the free throw line all season. Never suffered through any real lulls in that department.
Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Wright. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Lee against Holiday. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Personal foul.
One of the better defenders in the league. Jrue Holiday embraces the challenge.
Jrue Holiday! And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic, but Jrue Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on, and he comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Jrue Holiday.
An all-star, a leader, Jrue Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
Both free throws good from Holiday. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Doncic, no good. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Ingram, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 6 assists in the game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on J.J. Redick. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
The first one falls.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. All free throws good from Doncic. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Holiday, the pass to Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 21. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on J.J. Redick. The Mavericks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Porzingis at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Ball. 10 points for him. Ingram outside. Shoots from 12. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 7th assist in the game. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Here's Wright. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Wright's got 14 points. The Pelicans have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Hart, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Then for the Mavericks, Justin Jackson, he's checked in for Porzingis. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for DeLon Wright. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ingram kicks to Ball. And the shot is long. Mavericks leading by 23. And Doncic, here we go. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside, Redick. No good on the 3. For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's Doncic, and it's blocked. Now Ball. He's got 10. He gets it in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Curry attacking. Count the basket. 12 points for him.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Here's Ball. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And checking out the numbers for Lonzo Ball, last season's performance for him put up about 10 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And the Pelicans making a change here.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
On defense, the Mavericks. No good on the quick 3. Pass to Curry. A baseline J. Off the left rim and out. Ball, the pass to Alexander Walker. To the inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Pelicans trail by 21. Ingram passes the ball. And Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Here's Doncic. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. New Orleans has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Ingram dishes the ball. Pass to Hart. That one, no good. Good D by Hardaway. It's Jackson with the drive, and he gets the bucket.
Jackson. Assist goes to Luka Doncic.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Here's Alexander Walker. No points in the game yet for him. Second chance shot, and it's blocked. And he gets it back. Kicks it the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Good work there as it goes. And that's now 30 points for Brandon Ingram.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Dallas. Here's Hardaway. Hits the front of the rim and out. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Look at Curry, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram is not easy to keep pace with, just blowing past whoever dares to try and stop him.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Here's Ball. He's got 16. The pass to Hart. Got a piece of it. Hardaway with the steal. Plays it in off the breakaway. Hardaway has got 4 this quarter.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Here's Hart. He's got 9. Here's Ingram. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Doncic. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 5 assists in the game.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
And it's in there.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
And the Mavericks call time here.
and coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush, there's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle pay the price. One slice, not to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit. I'm the now according to the way that I'm positioned. In this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. I know the west side. For rap, disc, bust. All this rap money, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love, in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny Copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle, sing, or rush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all he sees.
All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team, let them hear it.
Dallas leading by 23. Passes to Marjanovic. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Oh, is it? Woo!
New Orleans gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Hart. He's got 9. Another shot. Mavericks with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Baseline try. Offensive rebound. The Pelicans shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Here's Hart. Pass to Jackson for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Jackson's got 6.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays, hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Here's Okafor. The Mavericks making the shot, and the shot goes in.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Dallas leading by 20. Here's Hardaway. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Jahlil Okafor.
It's on Jahlil Okafor.
First personal foul at the line for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. Hardaway hits them both. Jackson with it. 6 points for him. Pass to Hart. New Orleans moving it around. Inside. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Roby. Here's Finney-Smith. Rebounded by Hart. New Orleans has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. And it's slammed in by Williams.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Finney-Smith. He's got 9. Here's Marjanovic. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Marjanovic has got his first points in this one. The Pelicans really having a tough go here. Okafor, high post. The shot missing. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Marjanovic against Moore. Releases from 15, and that's good for 2.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
To the paint, here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Brunson. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Here's Marjanovic, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Hardaway against Moore. Okafor with no one around. Here's Hart, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. Third
for New Orleans, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Jrue Holiday's checked in for each one more. Both good from the line that time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Brunson finds Lee. Back to Brunson, over Jackson, and another basket for Dallas.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's Hart, 11 points in the game. Okafor trying to get open. Williams can't get it to go. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Left side, Porzingis over Okafor. And another basket for Dallas.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
Holiday looking for an opening. One second left. No good. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Mavericks on top, ending the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We just got to do a better job of executing, okay? And then we got to get back, guys. I mean, we got to be sprinting back.
Well, Greg, he doesn't sound pleased with his team's transition defense.
And you can't fault him. I mean, Coach Gentry really fighting to get his team more engaged.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. J.J. Redick is out there with Jackson. Then there's Favors. Then it's Williams. And it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. It's the Pelicans 5.
Watch out. When Favors gets loose around the rim, he can pound it.
And Lee with the basket on the assist by Barea.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Jackson kicks to Okafor. Well, Smitty, the league's unveiled a new way for fans to watch. 99 cents. You get a 10-minute viewing pass for every out-of-market game. That's something.
I love it, Kevin, because I think a lot of times with social media, people are starting talking about a game, and you can jump right in and get a chance to catch the most important part of the game.
They're making it so affordable.
Yes, indeed. 99 cents. That sounds good to me.
Finney Smith.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Jackson passes to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
The Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Wright trying to break free. Barea, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside Williams. Okafor finds Jackson. Again, the Pelicans score.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
From deep, Barea, another 3 for Dallas.
3 points.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And he comes up with the deuce. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And for the Pelicans, they're shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. He kicks to Redick, launches it. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th assist in the game.
J.J. Redick, very comfortable behind the three-point line, knocked that one down.
Right for 3. Can't hit that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Dallas calls timeout. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. And then I think also for a lot of players, they're not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
Checked in for Wright. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And here's Barea outside. Drills it from outside. Barea's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Dallas. It's Jackson with the drive and the dunk by Jackson.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Tries from 16. Barea, no good. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the pass to Favors. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by Barea. Here's Favors. Feeds to Jackson. The shot, no good. Dallas has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jackson, that's good.
Justin Jackson.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. A second chance effort, and Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
This is the consistency he was looking for in the first half. Just took him a while to heat up.
The baseline J. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Shot clock at 5. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Favors. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's Jackson, and Dallas again with the bucket.
Justin Jackson.
The Pelicans have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. He gets that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Curry, good.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Jackson kicks to Okafor. Redick surveying the D. And that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's his first foul. You know, Smitty, Commissioner Adam Silver has been outspoken in saying there will be a female NBA head coach, and he says it's on him to help it happen sooner than later. And, Steve, we already see many women in various categories in the NBA all over the league right now.
So true, Kevin. I love the diversity, and it's much needed in our league. And I will say Adam Silver has done a great job of taking us in that direction.
Shooting for New Orleans, Hayes. Taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
That one is off. And the Pelicans making a change here. Moore's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
And the Mavericks call time here. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Well, Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Barea and Dallas again with the bucket.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Moore passes to Jackson. Buries the long-range jumper. Jackson's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He has a score-first mindset. Each one plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find the open man.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Moore. The Mavericks making the shot. Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Moore. Right wing. Here's Favors. Barea pulls it in. Dallas has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. The 15-footer, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And it's Moore penetrating. And the rejection by Marjanovic. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Free throw drops from Marjanovic. And here are the Pelicans now. And here is Moore. He feeds it to Hayes. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Mavericks.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
First personal foul, team's third. Hayes. Shooting one.
And that one misses. Dallas shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Here's Curry. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
And it's blocked, but he recovers it. Clock at 6. Melly passes to Hayes. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Hayes has got 5 points in the quarter. It's Curry outside. Another three for Dallas.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Here's Jackson, and another basket for Dallas.
And what started it all, terrific anticipation on the defensive end.
Most teams now are looking to play with pace. No better way to ignite the break than off a turnover.
Now here's Moore. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Curry. Makes it off the glass. Curry's got 23.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he's doing it by getting to his spots and making big shots.
Here's Hayes. Here's Alexander Walker. Yes, that goes in. And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Roby. And he jams it with authority.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's his first personal foul.
Steve, revenue's climbing. We're seeing some star players make $40+ million a year. Top coaches making around $10 million a year. My goodness. Do you think coaches are due for a raise, though, Steve?
You know, I think all parties involved, the numbers will keep going up, Kevin. The franchise values are going up to over $1 billion. So I think coaches will get a raise, players will get a raise, and the guys that are playing at a high level, especially for coaches, if they're winning, their numbers will go up.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Tipped away. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And a strong finish with two hands.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Pass to Melly. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Jackson from long range. Another three for Dallas.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Now the pass to Hayes. And they double up Jackson. New Orleans moving the ball around. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Barea. And Dallas again with the bucket. Here's Jackson. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And not just a long-range gunner, but E'Twaun Moore also blessed Greg with one of the NBA's best floaters.
I mean, he takes a lot of those mid-range shots, those floaters in the lane that makes them more often than not. For a player standing 6'4", the ability to finish inside, providing that counterbalance to his three-point shooting.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Well, he grew up in East Chicago, a steel mill town in Indiana. And E'Twaun Moore says, Smitty, he had to work 3 times harder than the next guy to make it.
You know what, Kevin? Every team needs an E'Twaun Moore. He'll never be a star, but he has earned his place in this league.
And he's good on the second. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the 3 ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And the Mavericks call time here. Presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's Curry. He drains the quick shot.
Seth Curry.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
More. Roby with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Roby. 6 to shoot. Correa, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Hayes. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here's Melly. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Hardaway. Now Marjanovic. Count it.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.